Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur. Remember a year ago when we discussed that story about the woman from India who sued Uber because her medical records were released or viewed at least by people within the company of Uber because she filed a rape claim that Uber driver raped her. And when she made that complaint, Uber actually sought out her medical files, supposedly to prove that she was lying. If you don't remember, well, that's the gist of it. I've made those videos. You can find them in my archive somewhere, I think between episodes 300 and 400, I don't know. But anyway, that was one of the major catalysts of the bad press. I mean, if the blog post was bad enough, then this came out and Uber basically had to respond and they had to fire people. Well, the guy who was fired for handling that situation is now, in fact, suing Uber for wrongful termination. I kid you not. This is what we're talking about. This is the story today. The guy who mishandled sensitive medical information is actually suing Uber for wrongful termination. I mean, it seems like an Onion story to me. More of an Onion story than the flying car, but yet that's where we are. That's what we're discussing. Holy cow, Uber. I want to expand my channel into other topics, and yet, how can I pass up talking about something like this? So according to Recode, and that's the scumbag who mishandled the records, by the way, Eric Alexander, who was fired nearly a year ago in part for his role in obtaining the medical records of a woman who had been raped during a ride in India, has threatened to sue Uber for disparagement and wrongful termination, among other issues, according to sources. Sources said that Alexander has sent a demand letter last week to the car-hailing company outlining his claims and naming several current or former Uber executives, all women, as targeting him inside the company and in media reports. Wow. So those named in the letter, which include a draft of a possible lawsuit, include former Uber comms head Rachel Whetstone, current head Jill Hasselbaker, current HR Leanne Hornsey, former legal head Sale Yu, and Asia Pacific comms head Amy. I do not even know how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry. Both Weston, who is now a top Facebook comms exec, and Amy are also named as defendants with Uber in the draft complaint. Yes, people of Silicon Valley, Alexander is actually blaming a group of women for his downfall in the complaint, which paints a picture of plotting by them that is counter to extensive reporting on his actions by Recode and also by Bloomberg. Also, I commented on it too. Hello, I was doing... Boy, it feels like a lifetime ago, but yeah, I was commenting on this like a year ago, so I was, just throwing it out there. It's on YouTube too. You can read the entire Recode post about Alexander's action here, which does not support his many and varied allegations. That includes complaints in the Alexander complaint about everything from a memo sent by Hornsey to Uber stuff about the sickening actions in India, which seemed dead accurate to me. That's his opinion, not mine, although it does sound dead accurate to me. To unsupported allegations that you ordered him to impede the rape investigation to Weston and Hazelbacker, saying he stole the files. Most striking, he never mentions the deep involvement of other executives in this incident, most especially ousted CEO Travis Kalanick. Sources close to Uber said the company is confident in the facts and that his claims are baseless. Oh, you think? It plans to defend against any lawsuit is filed by him. Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, let's I'm gonna let you read the rest of the thing, but this is why this is ridiculous. Aside from the obvious, yeah, he was the one who handled the information. He spearheaded it. Yes, he was commissioned by it. Here's why it is extremely baseless. It's not a wrongful termination. Obviously, you did some very illegal stuff. If anything, what this should be him taking down Uber with him, because they not only asked him to do it, they encouraged him to do it. This kind of behavior was systematic in the company, and I personally think it still is systematic within the company. I don't think Uber has actually learned their lesson. They've shown no signs that they've learned their lesson. There's another video I'm doing later today about how they came to a forced arbitration ending, and while I won't go into too much detail here, let's just say it's definitely like a half-measured response to a very serious problem that they have had for years. Now, it's funny, I have to be honest, this is a very, very funny story because, yeah, it's just one of those things like the guy who breaks into someone's house to rob them and hurts his leg in the process of doing them, and then sues the homeowners, which unfortunately does happen. And it shows that obviously cases need to be thrown out with much bigger ease. Much bigger, maybe better. Anyway, judges need to be able to throw these cases out the window much easier than they actually do, and frequently don't do. So, anyway, we are going to leave it as it is. I don't have anything else to say about the matter for the moment because I think it speaks for itself. But what about you guys? What do you feel about the situation? Do you think he's going to win? Do you think he has a case? Or do you think he's just blowing smoke out of everyone's, I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member. So it's $1 a month. It's entirely optional, but every little bit helps keep the channel running smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.